This is Donate Life's 9th year in the Rose Parade. It's been a great stretch. We've won awards 4 years in a row, but most importantly, I think we have inspired so many millions of people to say yes to organ and tissue donation. Every year when we design our float, we start with the theme of the parade, which this year is Just Imagine, and the 3 dots at the end of Just Imagine were an invitation for us to complete that sentiment. And when we asked ourselves, what do families that have lost a loved one imagine and wish for? Or what do all of us want in life? We want more time. More time to live or relive the moments that define our lives. We found a perfect expression of that in One More Day. The primary elements of our float are 6 floral clocks, and what makes them special is we place our fluorographs in the hour positions on the float. Fluorographs are portraits of deceased organ and tissue donors that are integrated into the design of our float every year. A fluorograph is like a floral photograph, and thus the made-up term fluorograph. But it's become a trademark of our float. And what makes them extra special is that the donor families actually decorate these portraits personally.
Donate Life, they have been so kind to us, and they're always looking for ways to honor the donors, and they're always looking for ways to help the families of donors. All of us here have the same pain. We lost a loved one, but at the same token, they were all donors, and they continue living in somebody else.
He was actually riding his bicycle over to a friend's house when he was hit by a car. A gal wasn't paying attention and hit him, and that resulted in him becoming an organ and tissue donor, and he actually had the opportunity to save and enhance the lives of 52 people. His gift is still giving. It's another opportunity for people in our area to have more exposure to organ and tissue donation and what it means.
It was one of the biggest honors we could ever imagine. To have millions of people, seeing her on this float and not be forgotten. That's one of the biggest things, is I don't ever want her to be forgotten.
But for many families, they're saving their trip to Pasadena until the parade. That's why we'll have volunteers here in LA decorate the fluorographs. They'll decorate everything but the eyebrows, and then we'll send the fluorograph all over the country so that the family members can put the finishing touches on the fluorograph.
He was from Austin, Texas, a young man, 16 years old, who was injured in a longboarding accident, and it seems like he was a fun-loving young man. Reminds us of our 3 sons who enjoyed sports, so this was our opportunity to give back something more personal.
On the front of the float, we have another floral clock that will be filled with up to 3,000 dedicated roses. These are roses with personal messages of love and remembrance that are sent by families from all over the country.
As a family, we honor him every day, and he walks with me every day. But to have him recognized on such a national level, for such an outstanding thing that people do by becoming organ donors, it's beyond words. It really is.
In the 9 years that we've been in the Rose Parade, we've seen the number of registered donors increase in the United States from around 50 million to over 100 million people that have said yes to donation. So we feel that the Rose Parade and our involvement in it has helped to position donation as something that is positive, to be celebrated. It's about life. We encourage all people to join the more than 100 million Americans who signed up onto their state donor registries, and it's really easy to do. All you have to do is check yes when you're applying for or renewing a driver's license or an ID card at their motor vehicle agency, or you can check yes by going online to the state donor registry's website.
He was 11 years old. About 3 years ago, he was killed in an ATV accident. He was a very active child, and he survived the accident for about 5 days and was determined that he was brain dead, and we decided to let him be an organ donor and in our tragedy save someone else's lives. We're so happy to be here today. We want him here with us more than anything in the world, but in light of the fact that you can't control that, knowing that you're honoring him and you're honoring so many others with what's been done, it's a very humbling experience.
Well,
I'm here today in memory of our daughter, Melanie Myers. She had just turned 16 when she said, "Hey Mom, is it okay if I put that pink dot on my driver's license?" And I told her, "Well, honey, it's your body. If that's what you want to do, you know, it's fine with me." Well, a week later, I'm in the hospital and they're asking me if I would consider organ and tissue donation. My daughter was pronounced brain dead from a drive-by shooting. And I remembered what she had said about being wanting to put that pink dot on her driver's license. She saved 4 lives. One was a boy her age, and we're corresponding with the heart recipient. And so next year is when we're supposed to meet the heart recipient and get to hear my daughter's heartbeat. So, I mean, to me, it was such an honor to have my baby's picture on there, you know, because she is just such a loving and caring person who thought of others before herself. And so I don't know the words, I can't even describe how it feels as a mom